As the community update continues, we're down here at Peace Lutheran Church. We're going to talk about their 7th annual Time and Talent Marketplace coming up in November, and that's what you'll see next as the update continues. All right, as the community update continues, we're down here at Peace Lutheran Church. The easiest way, as we talk with Pastor Don in a moment here, easiest way to let people know where you're at. Behind Tractor Supply, that simplifies it, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yep, we're just behind there and close to LaGrange Elementary too, just on the way.
Now you have a craft sale coming up in November. We're going to talk with the ladies about that in a moment. It's been going on for 7 years. Before we do that, for the people who are not familiar with Peace Lutheran Church, give us a little background if you don't mind.
Sure. Yeah, we're a newer congregation in the community, Pieces, and so we've been here since about 2010. And we're a congregation that is focused on inclusion and diversity and welcoming all people to hear God's message, and also reaching out into our community to share and help those who need it most. So those are some of our focuses here.
And you haven't been here all 7 years though, have you?
We moved into this building, someone's going to fact check me on this, but probably in 2010 or 11. So we were worshiping as a community actually at the UCC church here in town.
Correct.
And so that's where we started, and we moved here about a year after they started worshiping.
And you've been pastor here for how long now?
So right about now, I'm going into my 9th year here as pastor.
Wow, so you've been here since day one.
Well, not day one, but close.
Okay, I did not know that. Okay, so the marketplace going on early November, 7th year. A while back, of course, we didn't have it. COVID came into play. It's back now. Now, and the ladies will talk more about this in a moment. But as a church, is this your biggest fundraiser?
Probably one of our biggest fundraisers that we do. We don't do a whole lot of fundraisers, I would say, that are community-wide. But yeah, this is probably the biggest one we have throughout our year.
Biggest thing about Peace Lutheran Church that people don't know that would surprise them?
What would this surprise them? Good question. I don't know. Hopefully that this is a place that if you've been away from church or maybe aren't part of a church community, is a place that wants to welcome all people. And hopefully it's a place that you could come and not feel judged by where you've been, what you've done in the past, but hopefully a place where you will experience God's grace and love. And sometimes that can be challenging in church communities, feeling that you're judged. But we're working at trying to be a place that welcomes all people.
Pastor Don, what else should we talk about? Anything else? Anything else come to mind? Any upcoming events down the road? Christmas just around the corner. Anything coming up November, December we should be talking about besides the marketplace in a moment here with the ladies?
Yeah. Well, we've been working together with some other congregations in town, and we'll be doing an ecumenical Thanksgiving Eve service. So that'll be the night before Thanksgiving. And that will be held at, let me check here, I have it right here. We'll be at St. Mary's Episcopal Church, actually, for the Thanksgiving Eve service. So people would be welcome to join us for that. But we, in our own congregation, will be doing an Advent series talking about from generation to generation, it's called, and talking about our stories and God's story and how those are intertwined. And so, yeah, we're looking forward to the Christmas season already and making plans because it's just around the corner.
And it's hard to believe when you drive around Tomah, there's a ton of churches, but the churches all kind of come together. And like you touched on a moment ago about Thanksgiving, it's everybody's choice. But if somebody's looking in right now as we wrap it up with Pastor Don and they say, is Peace Lutheran for me? I don't really know. It might be. I'm not sure. What would you say to them?
I would say come and check it out. I personally, as a pastor, think that in our faith life, we need to find a place that fits us. And so I think some of the best ways to do that is to check it out. And I know that can be intimidating, but we live stream our services every Sunday. So you could go to peacelutherantoma.org and check us out online first. And if it sounds like it's a fit for you, come in person and let us get to know you in this time. So Yeah, I hope you would consider. But with COVID, we had lots of changes, and so one of those was being able to go online more often. And so, yeah, I would invite you and welcome you to come and check us out.
I would imagine, to wrap it up, there are not too many female pastors in Wisconsin. I would imagine, Dawn, you're in the minority. Am I wrong on that?
Well, it depends. Within the ELCA, which is the Evangelical Lutheran
Sure.
Church in America,
Sure.
that is our denomination. There are a lot of women, but there are many denominations that do not allow women to be pastors. And so in Tomah, I am, I think, one of 2 women pastors.
Yes.
And so there are many other churches, but yes, I would be one of 2.
So
here.
when you meet somebody for the first time, and normally when you meet somebody for the first time, they want to know, what do you do for a living? People ask you what you do for a living. When they find out for the first time, are they surprised what you do?
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes they are. Not always. I mean, I think we're in a time when it's not shocking that there are female pastors, but there are, like I said, many congregations or many denominations that do not have women as pastors.
And you've been in Tomah for a while, so obviously you must like it here.
We do. It's been a good place for me and my family, and it's part of our family now too.
How has the congregation grown number-wise in the 9 years they've been here? How have the numbers changed at all?
Yeah, we have grown, and that's been one of the unusual things in a time when churches are unfortunately becoming smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
This is a community that has grown, and I think we're a congregation that's really wanted to stand by what we believe in, and that inclusive love of God has been so important to us. And I think that has been something that has drawn people to our congregation, and knowing that there's a place for all people.
Dawn, thank you for making time. I know
Yeah.
you're very busy. We're going to talk with the ladies about your fundraiser coming up in November. Always a pleasure talking with you. Thank you for your time. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you.
All right, we're down here at Peace Lutheran Church talking with Gwen Nelson. Gwen, 7th year already for this get-together coming up in November. You took some time off due to COVID, but you're back and better than ever, aren't you?
Yes, we're really excited. We have a lot of new things this year. We have some kids' quilts.
Yep.
We have a new event where kids will be able to make things and take them.
Cool.
Jean Calhoun will be doing that, so I'll let her address that a little bit later.
Okay.
But if you want to kind of go
All
around
right,
here,
now
we
this
have
one here,
some,
very unique. I like this
we
one.
have some quilts here. We have lots of quilts and things like that going on this year. We also have some table runners here, another lovely quilt with a really sparkly butterfly pattern on it. And then we go right around here. We have tablecloths for the holidays.
Sure.
And then we get more into our kids' stuff with the little blankets here that are ever so cute for just that
Oh, absolutely,
newborn
yep,
or playing
yep,
on the
right,
floor.
yep.
So we have a lot of those. One of our members made all of those. Then we have some lovely bookmarks here that were made by our people in church. So
Okay.
they will be for sale. And then we do have, a few gnomes again. New
Yeah,
this
the gnomes
year.
over here, yeah.
Yep, new this year are the gnome towels.
Oh, sure,
That
sure, I
were
didn't
made
see
because
those.
gnomes are ever so popular.
Gnome towels right there, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we have the Wisconsin towels again. We have a lot of Wisconsin stuff again this year, as well as hopefully Green Bay Packers.
Yeah,
but
I
we
was
don't really know why we have Packers.
I was wondering if you were going there or not, yeah.
No, not going to go there.
So this is the one here that really got my attention. I really like this one. When we
Or
came in.
here's a who. That
Yeah.
is really cute.
Yeah, that's
that was
good,
also
yes.
made. We have some lovely scarves too that are toasty warm for around your neck.
Sure.
And a lot more pot holders. We have various kinds of pot holders this year. Wisconsin, again, Green Bay Packers. So we have those, and we have some barnwood things up there that were made by one of our people, just little catch-alls or little stools.
Sure.
And then we have the placemats there that are very cute. Jean, would you like to kind of take over here and
Sure,
and,
we've got
and talk about
yeah,
that
it's all
and about our hand?
real fun stuff. We've got lots of quilts that have been donated for our sale, from Wisconsin fabric to little kid things.
Sure,
To, this
sure.
is a really pretty sampler quilt that someone donated. That somebody went to a lot of work to do all those different squares. It's really, really
It's all
nice.
done by hand. Every
Yeah.
square is
Yeah.
hand done, so.
We should mention, everything that we're going to look at, that we're looking at is made by a member of the
Correct.
congregation, correct?
Correct. All of it's made by us.
Wow.
Sometimes here at church, other times we just sew at home, whatever. But yeah, everybody kind of chips in, from ornaments to latch hook to the nomies, the quilts. It's all good.
Okay, so let's jump back to what Gwen talked about a moment ago, something new that you're going to do with the kids. How's that going to
Right.
work? How's that going to work?
We're going to have a kids' corner for a make and take.
Okay.
And they will be able to make a choice of 2 gifts. And I'm not saying what it was.
No,
It has to
no,
be
no,
a surprise.
right.
But they'll be able to make 2 gifts that they can give to someone special, and we'll have that set up so they can. And it'll just be a free will offering, and that money goes to support Lutheran World Relief, the World Hunger. So hopefully that'll go over well. But it's been, and they're crafts that they won't do anyplace else. I can guarantee that. So
Something brand new?
yeah, something brand new.
Okay, and the money you all take in for the craft sale down here, where does that go?
Okay, well, a new thing that we're hoping to set up is a Peace Scholarship Fund.
Great.
For high school kids from the sale of
Sure.
of this.
Sure.
That's something we have not done before, and we're looking to, do something for our youth. So that's what the funding will go for.
Now, you made this particular item right here that I talked about earlier,
Here's a who.
and you told me off the air it's not that difficult, but it can't be that easy, can it?
Oh, it is.
Really?
It is. It's
Okay.
just fun. Yeah, it's just fun. You find the fabrics and put it together, and it's got a nice minky back, so
Yeah.
it's real soft, and yeah, it's a cute.
Very neat.
Everybody likes Horton, Horton, here's a who. So.
Okay, so the one thing we haven't talked about, you have a quilt raffle. You give quilts away every year. We should
Correct.
talk about that, shouldn't
We
we?
have 3 quilts. They're hanging, and the proceeds from that will go to support our seminarian fund. So we've kind of got a whole division this year.
Okay, and one of the quilts is right here, correct?
Nope.
No, that's not
The
one of
quilts
them.
are over here.
Oh, okay, all right.
So this big one is called, it's a Kimberly quilt. It's a
Wow,
pretty good size.
very nice, I'd say,
Very
yeah.
nice. And we made that on a couple Tuesdays and Thursdays here at church. Everybody lends a hand and we get it all done.
So a lot of ladies had a hand
yeah,
in,
yeah.
no pun intended, in making
But,
this one, right?
yeah, but it's a nice big quilt.
Yeah, I would say it is, absolutely.
So, and the deer over there is our 3rd prize on the raffle, and that's very nice. It's got tons of hand stitching on it. It's
I would bet.
very intricate.
I would bet,
Um,
yeah.
It's just amazing. And that was made by Marion.
Okay,
And then around the corner, we have some nomies. And this is our 2nd prize. So that's
Oh, sure.
just a cute cuddle for a throw for TV watching, or I guess you could hang it on your wall, but it's flannel and it's nice and cozy. And
all right.
Scientific did
Now to
that
have a
one.
chance to win one of these 3
Yes,
quilts.
you do.
How do I-
$2
how-
a ticket, or 6 for 10, and that drawing will be December 18th.
What's the easiest way to get tickets?
You can call the church or see anybody that comes quilting here.
Okay, and the drawing again is when?
December 18th.
December
It's a
18th,
Sunday.
okay.
Right after church.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, there we go.
Look for these flyers around town.
Yeah, I have seen
with
them,
the
that's a good idea.
information.
Yep, everything's on there you need to know.
Yep, with the date and the time, and we will also have a lunch.
Yeah,
And-
we need, yes, yep.
Yes, so that'll be nice.
And if things go well, we might even have a surprise
Yeah,
for
maybe, we'll see.
snacking as
Oh,
you're
really?
shopping.
A
Yeah.
little
Okay.
cultural experience.
Yes,
but
that'll be fun.
It's still in the works.
Yes,
Okay.
that'll be fun. But we're looking forward to a really good year this year. Get people back out shopping. After COVID, it's been kind of a struggle. So
And we're fortunate. We have lots of space here, so it'll be a very safe environment to set up our sale. It'll be good for people that are still a little bit concerned, but we'll make it, we'll space things and it'll be fine.
And we've talked about this before, Gwen, you've always had it, 7th year, always the same time of year. There's a reason for that, right? Early November?
yes, we don't want to conflict with some of the other shows that are
Sure,
going on in the
absolutely.
area. The Historical Society has theirs, and it would just be a conflict. to do that. Also, I think another church in town is having it the same weekend, so people can get out. There's also a private venue, I think, that is having hers the same weekend. So get out that second weekend of November and come and visit us here at Peace Lutheran and enjoy the day. Have it a family affair, kids, moms. And we're hoping to have a lot of kids with Jean's
Right,
project.
that's a great
so
idea.
We want to run out of materials,
That's
right,
the
Jean?
goal. That's the goal.
And we just talked with Jean and yourself today, but the bottom line is there's a lot of ladies behind scenes that have made a lot of this stuff possible, and obviously you're just a small portion, but we need to thank a lot of people, don't we?
Yes, we do. There's a quilting unit that comes in
Sure.
on Tuesdays. They did a lot of relief quilts, and a lot of them did projects at home as well. And then we have the Thursday group, that's our time and talent group, that will be doing more projects as we go along. But we have two ladies sitting back here, Lori and Marion,
Yeah.
who are kind of camera shy this
Yeah,
morning,
we
but they're
understand.
also a big part of doing the sewing and crafting that we have here.
This is your biggest fundraiser, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay.
And we all enjoy doing it and puts lots of love and time into it.
All right, it's coming up early November. Visually in a moment, we will show everything you need to know, the dates, the times, the place, easy, right behind Tractor Supply, easy to find, so no excuse not to be here, right?
No, and lots of parking
Lots
too.
of parking.
Lots of
Yep.
parking, yeah.
Yep, we have
Good
front and back
food.
parking.
Good shopping, it's all here.
All homemade. Everything will be homemade.
Sure.
The lunch, the crafting, it's all homemade. So that's one thing that we have strived to do in the past.
Absolutely. Gwen, thank you for your time. Jean, thank you for your
Thank
time.
you for
Appreciate it.
coming. We
It's hard to
appreciate
believe
it.
it's been a year already.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Great. Really cute little handmade ornaments here on our tree. So there's some lots of Christmas ornaments. Mm-hmm. And in addition, we'll also have a bake sale and usually lots of canned goods, jams, jellies, cookies, that kinds of things in make and take. So we'll have all our
So the
bases
bake sale
covered.
also.
A bake sale also,
Okay.
usually some good Norwegian things and just good bakery.
And one thing we did not talk about before, Jean, is I'm looking at the prices on some of this stuff. Everything is relatively pretty inexpensive, isn't it?
Right, we try to make it affordable and hopefully that people will come to Peace and get a good deal and have a nice gift, and everybody wins that way. We make a little money and people get nice gifts to gift during the season.
Okay, and one more time, if they want to win one of those 3 raffles, the 3 quilts over there on the wall that we're looking at, you have to have a raffle ticket.
Correct.
And the easiest way is maybe to come down here, or what again is the easiest way to click
Yeah, they can contact the
that?
church. Anybody at the church or any of us quilters that, and people pretty much know who quilts here at
Sure,
Peace.
absolutely.
But we all will have tickets, so
So it's that
$2 a
simple.
piece and 6 for 10. So it's just that easy. And that drawing again is on December 18th.
You have to be present to win?
No,
You do not?
no,
Okay.
we will find you.
All right. Thanks again, Jean.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you.
Right on this portion of the community update, we're down here at Peace Lutheran Church. Their 7th annual Time and Talent Marketplace is coming up Friday, November 11th, and Saturday, November 12th. In a moment, we'll show you all the hours and everything you need to know. We hope you enjoyed it here on the update. All right, as the community update continues, we're talking with the current city clerk, Becky Wire. Becky, city clerk for 2 years. We really haven't sat down and talked, but the bottom line, election 2022, we're all sick of the commercials on TV, election just down the road, and for people that have not registered yet or do plan to register, there are some changes that you and I need to talk about, right? What are the major changes when I go to the poll in 2022 November that I should know about?
So really not a ton of changes. The big change is the implementation of Badger books, which are electronic poll books. So the only difference that voters will see when they come to the polls that is instead of having a paper book that they sign, they'll actually sign in on an electronic version of the poll book. So not much different than from when you go to the doctor's office and you sign, or the grocery store or something like that. It's just an updated, more accurate way of being able to keep track of our polling list.
Okay, in a moment, I'm going to go over on that side where you are. We're going to show that screen, and we'll visually make it real simple for people in a moment. Before we talk about that, we talked a 3 days ago. A lot of people have already pre-registered, haven't they? Have already voted, haven't they? As we sit down, not even the end of October.
Yes, they have actually. As of this morning, we had 520 absentee ballots that were cast. To give you just kind of a way to gauge it, in 2018 election, we had a total after the election was done of 563 absentees. And we're already at 520. We still got over a week left of absentee in-person voting.
So that number obviously does not surprise you. You anticipated this type of number, probably
Yeah.
break a record?
I think, we're, after COVID, we started seeing more absentee ballots in general, and now that things are starting to get back to normal, I think a lot of folks still realize how convenient that in-person or absentee voting in general is. So I don't know that we'll see the number go down too much.
All right, in a moment we're going to go over the screen. We're going to have you show the screen how simple it is. But before we go that route, how does this change make your job and anybody that works for the city, the election day coming up, how will this simplify your job, Becky?
Well, every poll worker it's going to be a little easier for them. Every step of the process is laid out on the screen for them, so
Sure.
they can never get lost in how they process a voter. It makes it much easier to look a voter up, so the lines will go a lot faster. In addition, since we'll have multiple Badger books, one thing that's great for our voters is you won't need to know what ward you live in or who your alderperson is. You'll be able to go to any line, so it'll again make the process a lot quicker. It allows the city to save a little bit of money on election workers because we only need one for each Badger book versus two. So just future planning, and it's just more accurate.
Sure.
There's less room for human error when you have people handwriting things in a book, and so especially now with uncertainty regarding elections, we want to make sure that we're being as accurate as humanly possible.
And when it's all said and done, and you total up the votes at the end of the night, will that simplify that process?
No, not really. That process hasn't changed. The only difference is this is the replacement for the paper books. These books don't talk to our voting machines at
Sure.
all. They're not on the internet. They never will be. They're only connected to each other, and that's it. So they don't have anything to do with our actual tabulators or voting machines where you put your ballot in. Those are counted just the same as they always were.
Any idea when it's all said and done how many people will vote in the city of Tomah? Any idea right now?
Well, if I had to guess, I would say we'll probably see, this is a guess, but I think probably around 3,000.
Wow.
I would say we're expecting for the November, and that would include your absentees, but I think that's what we're hoping for. We like to see a good voter turnout.
Okay, now next thing we're going to do, we're going to stop the tape, and I'm going to go over on that side, and we're going to show the screen that's in front of Becky right now, and she's going to show us all how simple that is, and that's the next thing you'll see. All right, Becky, do your thing. This is the screen. Take me through the routine here.
So a poll worker, and they've all been trained to use these, but it will be just like before. Voters will be required to state their name and address.
Sure,
First thing.
sure.
So that happens, and once that happens, you can see it asks the poll worker to
state the name and address.
Sure.
Once they've done that, you can click the button, and then there's two ways to look up a voter. There's a scanning tool that we can use to scan an ID if you use a Wisconsin driver's license, or you can use the keyboard to type in their name. And I'm going
All right,
to...
we're just going to put in a name at random, right?
Right, I'm going to go ahead and put in my deputy clerk.
Oh, she won't mind.
No, she won't.
We won't tell her.
So...
Okay, so you got the
We
fine
got
persons.
Nicole Jacobs, and this is her. So I'm going to select the voter. And then it tells the poll worker what to do. May I please see your photo ID?
Sure,
So voters
okay.
are still required to show their photo ID.
Sure.
Most often, they do show a Wisconsin driver's license, but if they don't, it does show all the different types of IDs that we'll accept.
Good,
You'll select
good,
Wisconsin driver's license,
good.
and then you'll review the driver's license. If it's acceptable, you would click acceptable, and then
Sure.
you'll have a sign sheet. So then what happens is we actually flip the screen around,
Yep,
like at the doctor's office,
yep.
and have them sign. Instead of signing that paper poll book, this is what they would sign.
Okay, so this is what they'd see on the other side. So we talked about this off the air. It reminds me a lot in today's world when you go to the doctor's office.
Yep.
And they say, can you, and you sign it. So it's very similar to that, right?
It is. It's no
Okay.
different. It's just like when you go to the grocery store or anywhere else that has a
Wow.
digital check-in.
And it's that simple.
It's that simple.
Wow.
And then,
Wow, just put, yeah, there you go.
so once
Just
that voter's
signature in there.
all
yeah.
done, and we're just pretending that Nicole
Sure.
has done that. This is just a mock election that we loaded for training, and then done, and then the poll worker would accept the signature, and it gives the voter a voter number, and it tells what ballot style they need to use. So the poll worker will give them a voter number sheet with voter number 3 on it, and that voter will go over to the ballot table and go get their ballot, just like before.
Oh, okay.
That part hasn't changed.
So it's very simple.
Very simple.
So the day of walking in and two people say to you, what's your address? Those days are over, right?
Nope, we still will ask all voters, what's your name and address?
But I mean, there used to be a table where I'd walk in and they would say, what's your street address, and look it up in the book. Will they still do that?
No, we'll have that information available if people want to know what ward they're in, but that's not necessary. They
Okay.
can go to any machine, and it doesn't matter what ward they're in, we'll make sure they get the right ballot.
I know you're very happy because this is something you've been wanting for a long time, haven't you? It's really going to simplify things that people have seen.
Yes, it is, and hopefully it makes the lines a lot quicker. I know folks have very busy lives and they want to come in and vote, but
Yeah.
they don't want to be here for 45 minutes in line. So hopefully it helps a lot for our voters, makes things easier for our poll workers, and just makes an overall more accurate election.
So I mean, if you base on what we just saw, I'm out of here like in 2-3 minutes, right?
Right, that's what we're
Wow.
hoping. We're hoping
Wow.
once we get in the groove of it, it'll be under a minute
Okay.
per person until you get your ballot, and then, of course, however long you need to fill it out.
Becky Wire, as we wrap up, the city clerk, if people have any questions, concerns prior to Election Day, how do they get a hold of you?
They can certainly give me a call here at City Hall. My direct line is 608-374-7426. They could send me an email, which is preferable. That way I can make sure
Sure.
I have a record of it. And my email address is rweyer@tomah.wi.gov.
Becky, appreciate you doing this on short notice. I know you're like a lot of people who don't like being on camera, but we had to do it and you did a great job. Appreciate your time.
Okay, thank you.
We're so excited to have you here tonight. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rachel Balistreri, and I'm the choir director here at the high school. This group behind me, who is going to get adjusted into their lovely windows as I'm speaking, oh yes, is mixed choir. So they are our largest choral ensemble here at the high school, grades 9 through 12. So they're going to be starting off the evening tonight, and Trent is going to introduce our first piece. Thank you again for being here.
This upbeat piece has 3 vocal parts that layer on top one of another. The first pattern of each section sings return multiple times throughout the piece. This piece contains non-sentence syllables similar to what we would use during vocal warm-ups. The challenge of this piece was finding ways to be musical and expressive with the absence of words.
piece begins by repeating the phrase, "I am a voice that sings." By the end of the piece, the choir sings about the power of bringing all of our individual voices together.
non-traditional accompaniment. Today, we are thrilled to feature one of our own band directors, Miss Rocknagel, and one of our own saxophonists, Zane Daly. This piece, we hope you enjoy this quirky text that describes a little bird traveling on a crisp fall.
All right, so the group coming up now is our treble choir. This is our smallest group here at the high school. There's 18 members this semester. What's really exciting is this year I decided to have 8th graders audition last year. So we have some freshmen in this group for the first time. Trying to grow and expand this group, yeah. So I'm so proud of the work that they've done so far. So this group is also now 9-12, which is really exciting. So this is treble choir, and Kate is going to introduce our first piece.
This comment-filling piece describes the beauty of a fall night. While studying this piece, we focused on creating fluid and connected phrases to express the text. Our next piece is an upbeat celebratory song that stems from the Shaker tradition. The Shakers were a religious group prominent in the 1700s. Many popular songs, such as the song Simple Gifts, stem from this tradition. The Shakers wanted to create music that anybody could sing. The piece we will be singing, titled "And Dance and Sing," has evolved over time. Listen for how the arranger expands upon the original melody by layering and offsetting the emphasis for the different voice parts.
because it means a lot to me. The composer, Abby Monreal, I have actually known since middle school. So we sang in middle school travel choir together, and then high school. We went to the same college for the same degree, so I've known her for a really long time. She's been composing for as long as I can remember. I remember singing in pieces that she composed when we were in high school. So I was really happy to share this piece with Treble Choir. I get to promote her work. Miss Schroffnagel is joining us again on bassoon for this piece, and we hope you enjoy it. Alrighty, so that was Treble Choir, again grades 9 through 12, which we're really excited about. Select Choir is making their way up. I cannot see, oh, there they are, hello. So they're making their way up. We're about 30 members this semester, grades 10 through 12. Just like Treble Choir, they need to audition and get approval to be in the group. So we are going to be singing 4 pieces for you tonight. And Mason's going to be introducing the first one, but let him go up here and then get started.
Music is polyphonic, meaning multiple different voice parts are layered on top of one another to create interest and texture. When singing this piece, all voices have the same rhythm. When the celebratory fa la la section arrives, we transition into a more polyphonic texture that made this style of music so popular. Tomah High School Select Choir presents you with Sing We Enchanted.
People was a song from the Broadway musical Funny Girl. The title role of Fanny Brice was originally made popular by Barbra Streisand. This arrangement takes a song, originally written as a solo, and transforms it into a 4-part vocal jazz arrangement. The revival of Funny Girl is currently running on Broadway, and we are excited to bring a song from this beloved musical to you tonight.
Our next piece, Earth Song, sets a stunning text with dissonant harmony and long, fluid phrases. While learning this piece, we focused on creating a balanced, pure sound that flows smoothly. We hope you enjoy this stunning, hopeful, yet haunting piece.
So we are at our last piece of the We are at our last piece of the concert, so I just want to say some thank yous and some reminders. So we have some upcoming events in our music program. Our Fall Review Marching Band concert is this Friday at 7 p.m., so come and support them. We have our show choir, Fall Spectacular. We are going to be performing our Cranfest show and the premiere of our competition season show on Sunday. So you can come and get a chili lunch between 11:30 to 1:30 if you so choose, and then the show starts at 2. And then this year we're super excited for our holiday concert. It's going to be on a Saturday, December 17th. We're going to be doing a combined banded concert, winter holiday performance. So we're super excited. We want as many people to come as possible to see all of our amazing groups. A couple thank yous before we close the night. Our high school administration here, everyone in the district office for their support of our program. Ryan Brookman helped with tech and setup tonight, so thank you. Our amazing custodian, Rochelle Schultz, who's always there for us, sets up risers. We love her, so thank you to Rochelle. Linda Acker, our wonderful accompanist, I don't know where she went, but thank you, Linda, for all of your hard work tonight and preparation. My wonderful colleagues, Mr. Alex Knepker, Miss Jennifer Schroffnagel, Miss Eileen Quartermont, thank you so much for your support of the program and me and with all your help every day. I really appreciate it. I want to thank the students for all of their dedication and hard work to this program. And of course you all for coming and supporting our choir students and our music program. It means so much to us. So this is our last piece. Jake is going to introduce it. And thank you again for making it out tonight, and have a great evening.
Close this evening, we will be performing an upbeat and energetic piece. In this piece, you will hear layered rhythmic melodies and contrasting dynamics, along with multiple clapping patterns specific to each section. We hope you've enjoyed our concert tonight, and thank you again for supporting us.
Again, thank you so much, everybody.